Been good. I'm actually gonna coach some high school basketball this winter.
Where at?
Pueblo County. So
Okay.
Gonna coach the JV and be a varsity assistant here. So
like
kind of excited about that. Yeah, you know how it goes at the high school level. Like the JV coach is the assistant.
Okay,
coach.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Duh. Dang, man,
We're out of the loop. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, it's gonna scratch that. It's gonna scratch that competitive itch. You know that I kind of was lacking there for a year. So excited about that. How you doing?
Once you get on the sideline again, it's nice. Oh, I'm doing good.
Bro.
I'm about to update. I just upgraded all my workouts to every day this week. We have 3 weeks until basketball starts here, so I'm in the gym with them Monday through Saturday. $1 a day. $1
a day.
$6 a week. I said, one of them asked me, he's like, what's the point of $1? I was like, the theory is you spend money on yourself, you're gonna try harder and you're gonna want it more. I was like, you're gonna want to show up, and like once you spend that $1, it's like, I better, spent the $1, I might as well, at least give a damn today instead of just wasting my time. I was like, and to me, it just makes more sense to do it that way. So,
hey man, I like that.
And the first time I posted that too, I was like, I don't want it to seem like I'm like just being a money grab real quick. But then I was like, no, it's not. Like, that's just like hey, if you're showing up, at least pay $1 type thing. You know what I mean? To get into the gym.
Yeah, so man. It's like Clem said on his episode, get paid for your time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you gotta make it worth it.
Mm-hmm.
We had DeShaun Cooper on this lovely Halloween, and it was a good episode. DeShaun, he's a dude with some juice and some kind of just energy and goofiness, but he also, like, he said some pretty insightful things. It's been cool. Obviously I coached him. It's been cool to see where he is now.
Yeah. I feel that. I'm just going to say it real quick to the people since it's the beginning of this episode. This is the first thing they're going to hear. We apologize for the technical difficulties here. Something's going on between either me or Hilgs' Wi-Fi. It's really, really bad.
It's mine, all right? So I'm going to take responsibility.
I'm sure there's He's got that poopy Wi-Fi. Anyways,
but here, let me. What I was saying. Did you hear any of what I just said?
No.
Basically, just that it's cool to see where he is. He came in as a freshman to CSU Pueblo when I was there my second year, and it's cool to see. He's still that goofy, funny dude, but he's grown up a lot. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. He seemed like a quiet. I don't know. Was he a quiet guy when he came in?
It's kind of like we were saying about, and we'll talk about this in the episode. Like he's got like two modes. Two different frequencies that he operates on. Either he's on 10, and it's like, oh my gosh, or it's like he's really calm, cool, collected, and just really chill, So I think you see a little snippet of both of those in this episode.
I was going to say, I wrote this down, dude. Have you noticed how everyone has, whenever we ask them what their goal is for this, like, since these have been all kind of older dudes that we've really got on this thing, how everyone has a different goal, but it's like a mature goal. Like it's winning, but they want the team aspect of it to go first. Like, it's so crazy how these guys grow.
I was thinking that, something along those same lines when he was talking about that in the episode, just how that's been the answer for a lot of these guys is they just want to put W's in the score column,
Mm-hmm. Facts. But without, I guess I really don't want to give any much more away. Yo, I'm watching this San Antonio Phoenix game. They got the Skims ad on the court now since it's branded for the NBA.
I didn't catch some of that, dude. Sorry.
Oh, I said that
the new courts.
those are ugly, dude. Those are disgusting. Like absolutely.
Yeah, those were
the
hideous.
NBA missed. And whoever made those sees this, you guys missed and should be fired on spot next day at work. Like, good God. Like, someone brings that idea to me and I'm saying, what is this? This is disgusting. Who threw up on the court? Yeah. I'm not even going to be able to watch the Lakers home games because I'm going to be sitting here looking like I'm going to be squinting the whole time because the whole court's yellow.
To me, it was just the really bright and just ridiculous colors that were all over the floor.
And then secondly, why is Atlanta's court baby blue?
Yeah.
They're red and yellow and black.
Well,
I know classic Atlanta, it's like a classic theme, but like,
yeah,
I don't know, dude.
And like Phoenix, if it's me, I'm Phoenix, I'm not gonna want to play on a purple court that's just all
Boston's purple. Is disgusting, dude. That green and like whatever. Same with Golden State's. Golden State's is.
Like, I didn't even look through all of them, but yeah, there were some bad ones.
If you're listening to this right now, please just go to Bleacher NBA's Instagram or social media. They posted it and look at their courts for the play-in tournament or the in-season tournament. Jesus,
it's bad.
Fireable offense. Fireable.
that is a fireable offense. Whoever did that,
for real. Anyways, oh God, is this episode? This is episode 30.
I don't even know. 34. This is 33.
30. Shit, that's not good.
I think it's 33. I think it's 33.
We're getting so far into it. It's episode 33 with DeShaun Cooper. I hope y'all enjoy.
Yes, indeed. DeShaun, we'll get into basketball stuff, but I wanted to ask you a very serious question to start. Is Sean Dez your alter ego, or is it like your is it kind of like your evil arc or whatever they call it these days?
Bro, you might have to re-ask that question. You might have to re-ask that question.
Is Sean Dez? Did you hear what I said?
No, you froze.
Yeah, I froze.
Is Sean Dez like your alter ego, or is that like your evil villain? You know, when you're at a get together and you've, you know. All
right. So Deshaun's me, right? Deshaun's just like, you know, like your every day say hello, you know, catch me on the bus, you know. But you know, like Sean Dez is like you know Jekyll and Clyde or Jekyll and Hyde and Jekyll. Yeah, like that kind of. So Sean Dez comes out when it's like time to get dirty, time to get the business, you know, whether it's a game, you know, or a function. Sean Dez does his thing.
Yeah. No, that's kind of because I feel like you do have those two sides of you where you're this kind of subdued, you know, chill dude, and then those times where it's just like, this is a different side of this dude right now. And it is funny to see you on the basketball court, whether it's that or like just on the bus or whatever it was, you know. We'd see. I feel like that's when Sean Dez. I've seen Sean Dez. I just didn't know if that was the persona.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And Des Media is another one. Des Media. That's the photographer Sean Dez. He's coming out. A little media major.
We'll just shoot. I'm just gonna introduce right now, like invite the people in. You know, we got a special guest to me for sure, but obviously a special guest to the pod. DeShaun Cooper from CSU Pueblo plays at CSU Pueblo. Is this your senior year, or you got one? Or you're done this year, aren't you?
I have one more year after this because of COVID. So.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So senior, if you want to call him senior, COVID senior, whatever, senior DeShaun Cooper with us today on the Kitchen Hook. but we were just talking about his alter ego, Sean Dez, and but I want to put on his media thing that he's doing. I've seen you do that on Instagram and stuff, Dez Media. Check it out. You do some good stuff, DeShaun. I know you like doing it too, huh?
Just trying to expand more on that perspective of like media work and all that, because I want to freelance once I graduate and either work with sports teams like Jason does, or just I guess get hired by, let's say, a small business or company and try to promote them better. Because I'm already trying to learn how to make websites and all that, and also just overall marketing things. So
yeah,
pretty helpful.
I mean,
nice.
It's crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing until I came across someone's profile. He was Jordan Poole's personal photographer for everything, and I'm like, that's a thing.
Yes,
that's a nice little profession right there.
Do you want to do it strictly on the sports side of things, DeShaun, or do you kind of want to venture off into other areas?
Man, Hills, your thing froze.
Man, let me get off this Wi-Fi.
He's got that boo-boo Wi-Fi, so I bring up Vast. That's what it was in South Dakota, that booty Wi-Fi.
You South Dakota right now?
I'm in
No. Yeah. No, but I asked DeShaun, are you wanting to just stick on the sports side, kind of athletic side of things, or do you want to venture off into other areas of that too?
Well, when it comes to photography and general video footage, I kind of enjoy the idea of recording basketball. I couldn't really see myself doing other sports, but mostly I want to get into film school also and try to get into filmmaking. But that's more so my post grad stuff after I try to play overseas.
Yeah. Big time. I love hearing that you got.
He's got a plan.
Yeah, I love hearing that you got a. I was literally just about to say that. I love hearing that you got this plan. You've always been a dude that has many different interests. I've kind of learned that about you, being around you, but then just getting to know you a little bit more. I feel like you got interests in a lot of different areas, so I think that'll suit you well, man. That'll be cool. Y'all just played New Mexico in a little exhibition. How'd that go?
I was actually really surprised with my team. I feel like Coach Hammer did a really good job selecting a whole new group of guys that were willing to put in the work and, play hard defensively. We have a very young group of freshmen. Most of our team is younger guys, and I feel like they did a really good job stepping up to the table and, just kicking.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like throughout the entire game, we gave a good fight. Knowing that it's New Mexico, they have a lot of seniors, especially their main starters. Mm-hmm. It was definitely more of us making mistakes that hurt us the most throughout the game. So let's say turnovers and stuff, that was something that we could easily fix throughout the season. So I feel like throughout time, once season starts, we'll potentially be a really good team if we just fix those small mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. New Mexico was what? They were ranked at one point last year, I think. They're a good team. They're a good team for the Mountain West for sure.
Jalen House, and he's got a transfer big from Iona who's supposed to be really good. But,
that's Eddie House's son, right?
Yeah, Eddie House's son, correct, yeah.
I saw you had 12, nice little 12 piece to start out the year. When you guys open up, is it that you guys open up on the road, right, in Texas? Am I correct on that?
Yeah, I think we should be going by November 10th, I believe, to Texas. Not Texas. I think it's Midwestern
State and Cameron.
Correct. Yep.
How you feeling about those? Just going it you guys are. I've asked some of these other RMAC guys, and it was a little bit earlier on in the practice season, when official practices started. But you guys are, right around the corner in the games. How are you feeling going into games not this weekend but next weekend?
I feel like we still have a lot to get better in. I mean, this week coming up is crucial for us to get everything in, especially our plays, because I feel like a couple of us new guys are still trying to figure out plays still, and that could be something that could really turn the odds in games against the Midwest. Last time we played them, we low-key dogged them, but I feel like that was a big portion of our seniors before with Elijah Molion and Meekness Payne adding size to our group. So knowing Midwestern always does a good job recruiting bigs, it should be a really good game to see how it goes and see if our guards step up.
Yeah.
Those are road games too, right?
Yeah, last year we had them here.
Those ones are gonna be tough because the fresh. Are they back to back, or does the Lone Star do the day off?
Yeah, back to back days.
Yeah, see, that's their first test of the true RMAC schedule too. Like you get in a dogfight the first night, you have a dogfight the next night too.
Cameron's good too, so there's no lowering the tone. We have to keep going hard. So,
DeShaun, when kind of going back to the senior thing, you're kind of the vet as far as longevity on the roster with this squad. What kind of leadership role, what kind of voice are you trying to be out there, especially being a guy that's been around that program for 4 years now?
I feel like it's the usual thing for me I've had since freshman year is always trying to stick around with my teammates and keep the group together. I value and love my teammates no matter the past years I've gone by. Like all those teammates I had before, they're all brothers to me still, no matter what. But my main goal, for this current year in the present, is just keep my guys together, make sure nothing brings us down, and just keep our heads up and keep pushing forward. I feel like that's a big important thing with since the past few years it's been kind of ugly when it comes to energy wise and I guess camaraderie, But I feel like now it's a whole new group and it's a way for us to figure out what we want and need,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what I like that take.
Yeah, but one thing I wanted to ask you on the basketball side of things is 2 out of the 3 years, I know your freshman year, we weren't, we were at the bottom of that league as far as playoffs and all that. But the past 2 seasons, you guys have been right there in, kind of going into those last 2-3 weekends, going into that RMAC tournament to maybe slide into that, 8 spot, that 7 spot, whatever it is. What do you feel like this year, or what you learned from those situations where it's if you are in that situation again, did I cut out?
Yeah, a little bit.
If you're in that situation again where you're battling for a playoff spot, what have you taken from those past experiences where you're all right, that's going to get us over the hump this time?
Well, I feel like last season, those small games that we lost by a hair, whether it's a free throw point or extra foul we committed that was dumb, I feel like those small things can make a big difference in the game, obviously. So now, from what I've learned, is the hustle as hard as I can. Every rebound, every shot attempt matters. I can't be jacking up crazy mid-range hook shots anymore. I have to think about it. And even then, with my teammates who come from schools where they were allowed to take mid-range shots or allowed to shoot threes early in the shot clock, you have to hold them accountable and let them know hey, maybe we can get something better. Especially when it comes to teams that are in our conference that would give us some good competition and probably hold us up by 10 for a few minutes in the game. We have to be able to keep consistency when it comes to scoring, I feel like that's one of our things. And also defensive end, trying to get stops and prevent leak outs from bad shots. So
I think that's a forgotten point. How you just said every possession matters, because I'll play with kids sometimes or watch kids play and they'll come down and pull up a ball screen 3 first rip, and it's yo, you can get that literally anytime you want. Let's maybe make one pass and cut or whatever part is an action within your offense. See what happens. You never know what one pass can dictate a lot to start the offense. I think that's a good thing that you noticed that too.
Yeah. I feel with some teams it's exceptional with let's say with Fort Lewis with that one guard they had last year was jacking through in the half court line and cashing him. You don't have a team like that right now, which it'd be cool to have a guy that could just come and shoot from the half court line. But I feel we just need unity and to understand their main goal, and I think we'll be solid.
Yeah. I think that's a great point, DeShaun, how you mentioned how those little, well, for one, if you really break it down, the little plays turn into maybe a loss or a win, depending on how they go. And then if you add up those and they turn into maybe a couple, maybe 2-3 bad losses, you find and it's crazy how the RMAC works that way too, is you add up 2-3 of those bad losses, it can be anywhere from you're sitting at the 4 or 5 spot to now you're out of the playoffs. And it's crazy that like it feels like every year in the RMAC, 5 through 11, 10, 11-ish is all fighting, kind of jockeying for position in the RMAC.
Most definitely, yeah. I feel like a lot of teams who lost a lot of seniors really change up like the perspective on level of like skill for each team. So I'm excited to see how it turns out this season. I know there's been a lot of transfers and stuff, so it might be up for the grabs this year, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys get a lot of like turnover? Like, is there a lot of new? Is there from like last year?
Oh, like my team wise or other
like your team, like teammates. Are there a lot more new teammates than?
So, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a bunch of transfers and then a lot of incoming freshmen that came in. So a lot of new guys to the program. But I feel like they all caught on pretty quick, and we're all just like ready to go.
I feel like that's the whole entire league basically right now. Like you just said, is everyone's new outside of Mesa, really.
Except Mesa, exactly.
Mesa has everyone back.
So they're a solid group.
No, they are.
They only lost on one big guard.
Blaze, yeah.
Yeah.
Blaze.
But
yeah, man. They just talking to some of these other guys and talking about like their teams and stuff a little bit, but more just college basketball in general. It's so interesting, like, and you know this better than anybody, is how college basketball has turned into kind of this redo every year because there is so much turnover on a lot of rosters where it's like, hey, I know this team was top of the league last year, but they have a lot of turnover, and so we'll see how they gel. And it feels like with every team you can have that conversation of like, how are these teams going to gel? It's so
like
interesting.
Right? Like it's becoming a common theme is what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like most kind of like some Kevin Durant type stuff. Like no one can really say they spent all 4 years at one school. It's kind of like a common thing.
Showed it out
sucks,
now.
But I feel like I'm blessed enough to know that I was here, and I'm on my 4th year now. About to be on my 5th next year. I think it's like kind of a cool thing to say. Yeah, I stayed at one school, got my degree.
Rare. It's a rare thing.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask you is like, how does it feel like in this culture of like transfer this, I'm going here, I'm going to the next place? I bet it does feel good being like, man, I stuck it out at this spot and I really put my time in here.
Yeah, especially I don't have to deal with like transferring credits. That's a whole nother hell, like you don't get all your credits back.
Yeah.
You got like 4 more classes to take. It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
What got you into basketball? Like what?
I started when I was young. Like when I was a baby, I was probably like 4 or 5. They just shooting the ball on little tiny hoops and stuff. And my mom always had me in like small, like boys and girls club leagues and stuff. So nothing serious. But I was always like the most like athletic and taller guy for my age, so I had to play 2 years above my normal age group. So like yeah, and I look like I looked really gumpy because my length was just so like I wasn't adjusting to my size, so I really just moved weird.
Like a baby deer.
Yeah, exactly. Baby deer. Yeah, like Bambi. I look like Bambi. Size like 16 shoes and super skinny, 180 build. But yeah, and I feel like in time it just kind of made it. Like, it was more apparent that I was like bigger than everybody. I was scoring a lot, so like my mom tried to reach out to like other parents about where they take their kids to like play like more serious games. Like, and then my mom was introduced to like AAU, which is travel ball and stuff. And I got into my first local team in my city, in Ramona. I was like in middle school, and I think I was like 7th grade, 6'5", and it was like obviously like I could do something with that size, but I was always put as a big, and I was like a big layup guy at first, and then I transferred to Balboa School after a certain amount of time in high school, and that really upped my level as a basketball player, and that's when I started dunking, and I was like 6'8" by then, and it was just like apparent that I was gonna do basketball from then on out,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask you about Balboa. You being around you and coaching you for those couple years, you always brought up Balboa. What was it that they did at Balboa that helped you for the college level?
Man, Balboa ain't no joke. If I were to call a school like jail, this school would be it. Like, yeah, it was definitely a little boot camp, but it changed me. It really prepared me for college. I think mostly because like our coaches there were on another level, like on some stuff like no college coach would ever put you through. So I feel like I was like not in a bad way though. It's more so like mentally like challenging me, trying to make me get better. And I feel like coming here, I've been prepared to like kind of just always like follow my coach's lead and have the respect to understand like it's not about me but the team, and knowing my position and what I do best and continuing with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what I learned the most from it. But I also like have to admit, Balboa, like there used to be a school that had like a bunch of transfer bigs, like from straight out, like literal Africa or like different parts of the Africa area.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the guys were like 7-footers and stuff from like Sudan or Senegal, and these guys were just big naturally, right? And they had like a special program that would like help guys up their vertical, and it was like a crazy barrage of workouts. And I think that was the hardest time I ever had, like with basketball, was because I was pushed so hard and pushed to the limit of passing out because it was so difficult. But I feel like that's where I gained my athleticism from. And that's why I'm really thankful to that school for it. Because I feel like if I didn't go there, I wouldn't have like the ability to just go off vert and like slam like I do. It's kind of like my bread and cheese, my bread and butter.
Bread and cheese.
That's good too. But,
I've never heard that before.
We got what you meant. No, that was the first thing I noticed about you watching you. I think was it Vegas we saw you out there.
Oh yeah,
I think it was Vegas. That you could jump out the gym and you said how you ran like a baby deer.
Lost you again.
Did I cut
Definitely
out?
lost you again.
Did I cut out again?
Yeah, sure did.
at the gym part.
Well, you like I was saying, that's the first thing I noticed, and then you were saying how early on you ran like a baby deer. I feel like as you've gotten older and since we've known you, you move well for your size and your length and stuff. I think that's what makes you good and versatile. Um, you mentioned, or we talked a little bit about how you got into basketball, but you remember driving to Mesa with me?
Along with all that J. Cole, was it, or Kendrick?
Hey man, I play a little bit of everything.
Hills has the wildest playlist.
But I remember you.
Hey, hold up? How was he sitting in the car? Was the seat straight up and down, or was the seat like super laid back?
I had my seat back in the back seat, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I had my back. I was
okay.
Straight slow.
Hills had this Pontiac. I don't know if did they know the Pontiac, the kitty?
I think I got rid of it by the time DeShaun was there.
So he had this Grand Prix in college, and he would have the seat, his passenger seat, like his driver's seat laid all the way back in that thing, and he'd just be driving down like this, just slipping all the way back.
I can see that.
Hey, I still drive that way. I still do. But no, we talked about, and you can go into however much detail or as little detail as you like. But I remember you told me, just a lot about your upbringing and some of those trials and tribulations you went through in your life. And man, I remember I was like, wow, I know DeShaun on a completely different level now after that, and I appreciated you sharing a lot of those things that might be vulnerable stuff to me as your coach. And that was awesome. But how did some of those things that you grew up enduring shape you for maybe college basketball, but just kind of where you're going to go in your life from here on out?
Yeah. I mean, growing up, I didn't really have like the best surroundings. So my mom, I thank her so much every day. Like, I love her with all my heart. She did her best to keep me out of the bad things. So she put me in sports, like I said, the Boys and Girls Club, little leagues and stuff, and all that, football, swimming, and all that. She did whatever she can to put me in sports while she worked. But yeah, having me home wasn't really like the safest place at the time. So like I always ended up like going to extra workouts, going to 2 practices a day, or like spending my time just away to like just have an escape, I guess. And I feel like in time basketball really became what I love the most when I'm away from home, whether I'm with friends or playing open gym or shooting around. And um, as time went on, I feel like that really pushed me, especially with school. I went to like a public school where like most of like the minority kids didn't really like get pushed by like teachers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, oh, you're failing this class, you're going straight to like special ed classes, or oh, you're not doing well, then we're just gonna like drop you from this class and not help you out or tutor you. And that was where I was at in the situation with public school. I kind of fell behind, and I feel like I didn't have any hope with going to college because I was struggling academically. But that's when Balboa picked me up, and I had smaller classes where I was, focused primarily with teachers and stuff, and that helped me really like get my grades right. And thank God I was able to get the high in athleticism that I got to where I got recruited by colleges. But that's what really like took me to being like a young man that I am now, because of like where I was before. Like I never would have thought I'd be where I am. If that makes sense.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, and you've done a great job when you got to where you were.
Hills, you cut out again. I don't know if you said something there.
Go ahead.
You probably said something.
It's all right. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you like how many schools did reach out to you and recruit you, and like was Vegas the first time you ever heard of Pueblo?
Yeah, that was one of the first times I got an email from them. My coach told me about it. But yeah, when I was first like starting like high school basketball, I was like the only like freshman, sophomore out there like getting put back dunks and like doing stuff most freshmen don't normally do.
Yeah.
And got a lot of like local interest from like D1 schools and stuff. But that was at a public school, right? And like I had like terrible SAT scores, and my GPA was like below anything they could even recruit me for. So they kind of just like lost interest in time, and I feel like that's where I took time to actually like better my game and try my best with school and stuff. But I definitely got a lot of recruitment from schools all around, and I feel like by the time I got to my senior year of high school, it was like I had to pick soon. And with the other schools that showed interest, I got rides from. I felt like I didn't really have the relationship I did with Coach Hammer, and like I didn't go on any like actual like official visits where I was treated, like someone they want there.
Yeah.
So when I came out here, I got like that full like cool treatment of like, oh, this is what we do. We're happy to have you here and all that. Like, that really just like made me pick Pueblo. But I also like the idea of like being a new state outside of California, and kind of expanding my knowledge on more of the country,
Okay.
Yeah, this man's
yeah, it's bad.
Is it me?
Your Wi-Fi needs to like figure it out.
I feel like you guys are cutting out. I really do.
Every time it's all, like
it's me? Dang. I don't know what's going on. It's never been this bad. DeShaun, what was the thing you took away from the most on your visit? Because I remember the visit fairly well, but what was the thing you took away the most from your visit to Pueblo? Good or bad?
That's a good question. I feel like I grew up in a very protected, environment with my mom. My mom was always on my head, so I didn't really have much freedom aside from like doing sports, going back home, doing my homework when I can, just. So when I came out to college, it was like I have freedom. It was like, whoa, like these guys have their own apartments, they have their own places they live at, or like in their own cars where they just stay. I feel like that was like a big realization of like what college truly is, which is adulting. So I feel like that really like kind of stood with me. Like these guys pay their own rent. These guys like have their own things going on, and it was like a big realization of like what was to come. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that was like something that really stood out to me when it comes to like just college. But I feel like in a basketball terms, like when I came to watch the games and stuff, I feel like the pace of the game is a lot faster. And I was watching that from like an outside perspective, like as a recruit visiting, it was like, whoa, I got to get conditioned to start playing in this league. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what stopped me most. But I feel like the competition was something that was very doable for me from watching it as a senior in high school. I was just excited mostly to play.
Yeah, sir.
Were they your only visit, or did you go other places?
I visited the school in San Francisco. I think it's SFSU, not the D1, but the D2. And then I had plans to go to Chico, and I just didn't go. I didn't go out because I already committed to CSU Pueblo by then. So yeah.
Do you still go on like random 6 a.m. runs at the intramural field over there?
What?
Oh,
or was it the soccer field?
The field by the dorms, right?
Yeah.
It depends, you know. If I'm feeling like Sean needs to lose some energy, you know, because Sean does be speaking to me sometimes. I'm like, all right, I got to take space.
What? I thought that was an inside joke for a second. I thought Hills was the one making you run, and then I realized
my freshman year, I used to like not be able to sleep sometimes. I'd be so excited because I was in college, you know. I was just like, you know, I was just happy to be there. So I just go out and just run. So I'd go out. We had this field at the dorms, and I just like go out and just record myself do miles and get like, you know, super good conditioning in. I felt like that was where I was my best conditioning because I just loved the fact that there's a track outside my like building. So I use that a lot, and it was pretty fun.
Wow, props to you.
Yeah, man. I would see we'd have
props to you.
Oh, I'm cutting.
I know Hills wasn't doing that when he was playing at BH.
Black Hills.
No, Hills was not doing that.
Am I back? You
are back.
Okay.
Did you hear us?
I would. No, I did not.
Oh, I said there's no way you were doing that at BH.
No, sir. Are you kidding me?
We were laying on the couch and watching TV.
I would see DeShaun, like, I would wake up, you know, get ready we maybe had morning practice or had just had morning practice. Hey, I know.
You got to figure it out.
No, what's going on?
Dude, I don't know what's going on.
Come here, Ty. Come here. So this is my new big. He's a freshman. His name's Ty Adam.
What's up, Ty?
What's up?
How are you?
We are good.
I'm taking him under my wing.
Where are you from?
Yeah.
I'm from Severance. It's up north. Like Fort Collins area around there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. How'd you... Oh, shoot.
What's up?
How'd you play in the New Mexico scrimmage or the exhibition?
Definitely a difference of high school basketball to college. Just athleticism, speed of the game, all that. But I think Coach Hammer did a good job prepping us for it. So I thought I did.
You know, he saw his first grown man. Mm-hmm. He had to guard his first grown ass man. That's what that.
I had to go guard the D1 all conference guy and just like it's funny because we don't have too many other bigs on the team. So it's just me and Ty here. So if I get in foul trouble, Ty has to take a bullet. You know.
That's what happened. We went and played GCU, and there's this guy on our team named Riley Ryan. He had to guard this. He ended up guarding one of their 4-man, and this 4-man was huge. He just like got a rebound and one dribble to the middle and moved him out of the lane, and he just looked at everyone like, "Damn, that I can't do anything, man."
Yeah, no, my boy Ty is a big body. He's pretty solid for a freshman, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does for the next 4 years. You know, especially at CSUP.
You guys say all the right things,
right?
Man, I caught about 2 minutes of that.
Oh, I was gonna ask you one thing though. What if you could go, like, if you sat down across from the table from your 10-year-old self, what would you tell them?
That's a great question.
That's a good question. I would. I as like a perspective of wanting to be a dad in the future. Like if I have a tall woman, like I'm gonna have a tall athletic kid, and I ain't letting nobody raise my kid thinking he's a big. I'm gonna make him think he's a guard.
There you go.
And have that boy Yama. You know what I mean, so if I talk to my 10-year-old self, I'd be like, DeShaun, don't even try to grab the rim anymore. Work on your handles and like work on your shot, and I'd be set from there. I'd come back in the future and just be Kobe. So
there you go.
Do you feel like that happened with you a little bit? Do you feel like you were tall, so they put you in the big box, and that's it?
I was already playing with kids that were 2 years older than me, but I was still the tallest, so I was never really put as a guard or like a four or a wing. I was always the big man. So I guess I just like never really thought I'd have to work in any other game besides being a big man.
Yeah. Young kids should never have a label. Youth basketball players should never have a label because like that kid who's the biggest kid on the court, he may not grow and he may become the smallest kid on the court. So you just taught him all these big man moves and then he has to be a guard. Like what's he supposed to do? He doesn't know how to like transition.
And the game has changed so much. It's like you have to have everyone know.
You have to be able to play like a guard if you want to play in today's game.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like that's something like you've gotten better at, DeShaun, throughout your 4 years there? Because I feel like you have. I'm paused again, haven't I? Man, this is crazy, man.
You froze.
I know I did. Do you feel like that's something you've really improved on or like you focused on to like once you got to college is to really focus more on some of those like kind of perimeter skills so you're more versatile?
Well, I mean, this is aside the question, but I shot my first three against New Mexico and I cashed it.
I saw you were 1 for 1, bro.
I was 1 for 1, so I'm basically 100% as a shooter. So that answers your question. No, but, I feel like with my role here at CCP as like a big man trying to get my guards open, I don't really like have a reason to expand my game like shooting middies because I feel like with middies they're not really good shots when it comes to like trying to like But I feel like if I could just eventually get my three right and probably hopefully have a consistent 3-point shooter by the time I graduate, I'm looking forward to using that in the future, maybe overseas, to like have someone close out on me actually for real and rip rather than like backing up and letting me shoot it. So yeah.
But like I was talking on the side of like
it's like my only starts too.
Am I paused again?
Every single time, Hills.
Am I paused again?
The minute you ask, like the minute you started talking.
Yes, it's.
Well, okay. Well, am I good now?
Hold up a piece of paper. Like, hey, here you go. This is my question.
Dude, but like I'm talking like the passing and like the more of those perimeter skills where it's like you said, passing out of the post or making a little back cut, or do you feel like you really focus on that stuff?
For sure, passing out of the post, because I know that with the RMAC scouting me, they always send a double, whether from the hoop or from the nail. And I've been practicing. Coach Hammer has really been emphasizing me working on the post and making that pass without turning it over. So I feel like that's something I've improved on definitely a lot. With our new offenses, I'm going to be a lot more on the elbow. So I'm looking to like also watch out for backdoors, try to like get that pass through without, forcing anything bad. But I feel like that's another aspect I'm really growing on this year. I'm excited to, be better at.
That's a good outlook, honestly. Bigs who can pass it are so hard to like scheme a defense around because you literally pick your poison. If you can pass it to make any type of pass to any type of cutter or person on the court, that's hard to make a defensive game plan for.
Yeah, I feel like I learned a lot from watching. He's an op to me, but Boatwright from Fort Lewis. They had a really good, solid big man like duo, and I feel like watching Boatwright play whenever we send the double and stuff, he was really, really good at either like pass faking it and then getting to his like deep spot under the hoop, or like getting a really good pass to someone that's open. But they had really good shooters too, so when the double came, it was pretty much like a bucket every time. So I feel like with my group now, especially with a lot of guards and shooters, like I have a lot more opportunity of like getting good passes out for good shots during games, which is awesome.
Yeah, you brought up Boatwright and Ferris. That was quite.
Riley Ferris was a nightmare.
Oh man,
yeah.
Who did you not like guarding more? Was it Boatwright because he was big and a big bruiser, or was it Ferris because he could give buckets?
Oh, definitely Ferris. I feel like I was put in a lucky position having to guard Elijah all season. Elijah Molione's our 6'8" big man who was 260.
Yeah.
That helped me really strengthen my ability to guard bigger guys in the post. So Boatwright, like he would get a bucket every here and there, but I could actually get a stop on him. I feel like Ferris was very dangerous when it came to like his floater or his like fadeaway, because whenever I contested it, like if I even so much as breathe on him, it's a foul. He was Jesus Christ of the Armac at the time. Nobody knows about that, but it sucked. So definitely guarding him was definitely a problem. But I got him back. If he's watching this, I definitely got you back, Ferris, on that that game.
Yo, he really was. That's hilarious you said that. That man got everything. But at the same time, that dude could make anything. Like, from anywhere on the court, he was dangerous.
All around score for sure. That little.
He kind of had that over the head, like
Marcus Candy,
Larry Bird type shot, where it was pretty much unblockable, and it was like super arky, so it would just fall in that rim.
High percentage too. You made those a lot. Stuff.
Yeah. So speaking of past people in the RMAC, what was Hilgs like as a coach?
Woo, Coach Hill.
That's a great question.
All right, so I came here and he was already assistant coach, so I didn't really have to like experience other coaches before. But I knew that Coach Hills definitely was like the ideal like person you'd want as an assistant coach, or more than that, like maybe like even a head coach. I feel like he knew what he was talking about when it came to the game. Like whenever I came to like the gym to work out myself or work out with Coach Glover, the other like big man coach, he was always there helping guards like work out, and he's always like available. So I feel like in a coach perspective, like he was just like a good all around like person, and always making people feel like he was available to like work out and like give advice to and stuff. And all around, even off the court, he was a really cool person to talk to. So I feel like knowing Coach Tate would really help me adjust going from high school to college, because I feel like he helped me, relate more.
All right, so after saying all that, you can give me your honest answer, like.
No, cool.
Hey man,
I always have to get a shot in at him. I always gotta throw a random stray.
No,
just don't have him jump in with the runs. Then he'll start talking shit.
Hey, that is how
I will too.
The funny thing is when he posts you guys on his Snapchat. He put Elijah in the spin cycle.
No, it was Moses.
That was Moses. Yeah, Moses.
Moses. Shout out Moses Demalik. I think he's out in Arizona now.
Tate says, young Moses over here about ready to learn a lesson.
Well, it sounds like a karate master teaching.
Yeah.
I don't think Tate has any video, any footage of him crossing me up, so I'm thankful for that.
And I know when he did that too. I know he recorded that thing right the first minute he had free time after practice. Immediately, because there was a couple times I did the same thing in practice, and I was like, oh, I know exactly. I looked down at the time like, oh, I gotta go find this point in practice and clip it real fast.
No, DeShaun, you always played pretty good defense on me. Like whenever we do those closeout drills or whatever, I never caught you too good. But
the reason is because I would stay back, and if you shoot it, I try to contest it, right? But I let you drop. If you drop, I'm trying to jump and block that.
Yeah,
shit, but.
yeah.
Hilks had a nice little crossover.
Yeah.
DeShaun really learned how to play me. Like even when I would hop in on runs, sometimes he really learned how to defend me well. I had a hard time on him. But what's funny is,
welcome back, Hilks.
This is gonna sound bad, or not bad, but like I'm picking on Moses. But like I remember because Moses was redshirting, and we'd have those Breakfast Club workouts with those redshirt guys.
Every time.
Did I cut out again?
For me, anyways.
Oh, okay. Well, we'd have those workouts with those redshirt dudes, and I remember going at Moses a couple times. But like, I think Moses like he learned to love that because Glover would do it too. I would do it. Obviously, You know, some of our other coaches would talk some smack too, but like that was the fun part of hoops to me. Like that's what made it fun, is competing a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure. What y'all call that group?
The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, yeah.
I think it was Breakfast Club. I can't remember what we called it, to be honest with you.
For a little bit, I was ineligible my first second year. For a little bit, I got my shit right though. I couldn't get punked by Glover.
Yeah. No, I know you'd always be down to hop in those workouts every single time. That's what we loved about you. So, DeShaun, I gotta say, I appreciate you saying that stuff, dude. That feels good. Because that's what I'm here for, you know what I mean? That's what the coaching life is about. I appreciate that.
It's not the Tate I know, but hey.
You know it is.
I was gonna ask, you watch the NBA? You follow the NBA?
Yeah, okay. I've been watching the preseason games.
Okay, who's your pick? Who's winning it?
Oh man. Okay. I have a biased opinion because I love Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay. I love the way he plays. I love the Milwaukee Bucks. I hate the Nuggets. Them winning against the Miami Heat was definitely a robbery because Miami Heat suck. I don't even know how they made it, but I feel like definitely either the Bucks or I know the Lakers aren't going to make it, but I hope they do. Just give LeBron one more. Give him a chance.
Thank you, DeShaun.
LeBron or Kobe?
Kobe.
There we go. That's all we needed to know.
Kobe Bryant loved the game. People compare Kobe to Michael Jordan.
1A, 1B.
MJ even admitted it. Kobe loved the game more than he did. Like Kobe, was the game. So it just has to be Kobe.
Facts.
For sure.
I needed to hear that because we've had a couple Bron fans on the show the last couple weeks, and it's just Bron this, Bron that.
Are you a Bron fan?
Yes, he is.
I am a Bron fan. I am.
Oh, here we go.
Hey.
But it's not like a what do they call him, a Bronsexual? Yeah.
I didn't hear that before, but okay.
I'm not one of those, but I definitely am a Bron fan.
Oh, how about Steph Curry though? Boy.
He's a Cali guy. He's north, but I just can't like him. Like with the whole Cleveland and Golden State thing that happened, I can't. Like I chose Cleveland LeBron versus Golden State Curry.
That's fair.
But
I'm a big Steph. Yeah. I'm a big Steph guy. It goes Kobe, then Steph for me on favorite players. But that dude, I watched his game last night. I was gonna say this because whenever he goes for whenever he scores, it's correct. Like he could have a 25-point game or a 50-point game, and they're all going to seem the same because he's just like his buckets are so loud.
Yeah, I feel like the way he scores in general is just like a whole new type of player that we've never had in the NBA before. And him coming off screens all the time and running around, like the defenders can't guard that. It's just impossible. He's going to get his points regardless.
Okay.
I think he's definitely a cool player, but I just can't I just can't like Golden State. I don't know why. It's like that thing,
So you got Bucks then with Dame as winning it?
Oh, for sure. I was playing 2K, the new 2K 23 24. I was playing with Giannis and Damian Lillard. I was going crazy. Oh my god, Giannis is broken on 2K, by the way, but yeah.
Yeah, he that's the perfect 2K team right there. Honestly, the Bucks.
Pick and roll.
But I think I don't know if the Warriors have enough to win it, but I think they have enough to get there.
They have a bench now, and that's what I finally noticed yesterday. Like Chris Paul on the bench with that bench unit is beautiful.
With Draymond Green back?
Yeah, when Draymond's playing with the starters, Chris Paul, like with the bench guys, he gets them the right shots, and he's out there directing the offense. Whereas like Jordan Poole last year, Jordan Poole is he's a good scorer, but he's a scorer. He's not going to sit there and direct the offense and tell everyone what to do and always make the right decision. So having Chris Paul out there, just watching these first 4 games, I'm like, damn, these guys have a bench. And Dario Saric is an underrated big too in the league.
Hey, you were hating on Dario Saric. I was,
but he's played 4 good games. I know it's 4 games to start the season, but Warriors look better than I thought they were going to be.
I don't know if they got enough to beat the Bucks, but we'll see.
Bucks is tough.
Let's get to these football picks. I'm sure DeShaun's got some homework to do. You know, he's got something going on.
You're right. Hills go through the.
He's got the collared shirt going.
Hills.
Yeah, it's oh, guys! By the way, happy Halloween,
Absolutely,
guys!
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna say I didn't even realize until like a little earlier today that
Halloween special.
Yeah, we were doing a Halloween.
I'm Sean Des for Halloween, so it's gotta be crazy tonight. But.
Yeah.
Oh, last question. Duke or North Carolina?
Oh, God.
Oh, like right now or like in general?
In general.
Duke, probably Duke.
Damn it!
I love that.
Yes,
right,
DeShaun.
Hills.
That's why we love you.
All right, Hills. Moving on now, I guess. We don't.
All right, college football games. DeShaun, do you care about college football, or do you want to make any college football picks?
Nah, I'm just watching.
He's chilling on that. All right, DeShaun, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna make these college football picks.
Yep.
But man, we appreciate you. I know I was super excited to talk to you just in general, but appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Continuing this RMAC thing we're doing.
There he goes. Yep.
Right in the middle.
Final finale.
That's how it ends.
Good.
That's
That's how it ends. No, good luck this year, man. We wish you all the best. I know Hills, being a Pueblo guy, we'll be rooting for you. So we'll be watching.
Thank you so much. Have a good week.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, DeShaun, we'll see you.
All right, Hills. All right,
let's do
We're
these
still
picks.
recording, so we can do these picks.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so review the last ones because I'm so lost. I don't have those last ones.
Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Penn State, Ohio State. I don't even know who won these games.
Penn State, Ohio State won.
Beautiful. You picked wrong on that as usual.
Yeah, no.
Tennessee at Bama. Bama won that, right?
Bama won, yeah.
Utah at USC. USC ran them, didn't they?
Yeah, we both took an L there. Did I?
No, I picked USC.
Did I pick Bama against Tennessee? Is that what you said?
You picked Bama.
Oh, thank God. And then Utah at USC.
I picked USC. What are you talking about?
They lost.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, we both picked USC because I don't think I picked Utah.
Shoot.
Right?
Okay. I picked USC. No one picked Utah, no. All right, and then Duke at Florida State. Who won that?
Florida State.
Beautiful. Another 3-1 weekend for me.
I was 2-2. Damn it. Who? Yeah, that sucks.
I'm sitting at 13-4. That's beautiful.
I'm ugly. My standing is ugly. I'm 9-8. Jesus. Dude.
All right, this week's games. You're 9-8, Bushel.
Yeah, that's bad. This week's games, though, yeah. Number 5,
Washington at USC.
At USC.
I'm going Washington.
Me too. Me too. They're too
Beautiful.
good. Washington's rolling. USC is struggling. Number 13, LSU at number 8, Alabama.
I gotta go Bama.
Ooh, I got LSU. Jaden Daniels, baby.
Ooh. Okay. Number 12, Notre Dame at Clemson. I'm going Notre Dame.
I got the upset, Clemson. They almost beat Florida State at home, and they got Notre Dame at home, so I think they can do it.
All right, Kansas State at Texas.
Texas, even though Quinn Ewers is out.
I'm going. Oh, that's true. That's their quarterback.
Yep.
It's at home. I'm going Texas.
Good call. Good call.
You're going Texas as well, Bushel?
Yeah, I am. Oh boy. So, yeah, that was a good episode. Cool.
Yeah, sorry about some of the technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Hopefully they work themselves out.
But
yeah,
jeez, man. Anyways, you know where to find us: YouTube, Spotify, all that good stuff.
You need to sound more enthusiastic. All right.
All right. You break it down.
Hey, you know exactly where to find us. All platforms. Kitchen Hook. We're out.
Peace.